Hooray for Hollywood! Hello there, I'm Stan the Movie Man. This is your WIMZ.com movie review. This week you went to WIMZ.com and voted for Clash of the Titans, a remake of a 1981 film that used, even then at the time, old-fashioned stop-motion animation for the various monsters and such that were featured. It's the story of Perseus, who's played by Sam Worthington. He is the product of an illicit relationship one time between Zeus, the king of the gods, who is played by Liam Neeson, and a earthly woman. He is half god, half human, or a demigod, as they are referred to. The man who was married to the woman, he's a king. It's complicated. Anyway, Perseus gets set out in the arms of his dead mother out on the sea, and is found floating in the water by Spyros, who's played by Pete Postlethwaite. Spyros takes him in, makes him a part of his family, and as a young adult, all of Perseus's adopted family is killed by Hades, who is played by Ralph Fiennes. There's also the kingdom of Argos, who their king and queen have turned against the gods on Mount Olympus, and now their daughter Andromeda must be sacrificed to Hades' creature, the Kraken, in order to save Argos from destruction. And it is up to Perseus to try and kill Hades and stop the gods from abusing their human creations. Whew. It is a rather disjointed and complicated story, and I saw the 3D version. The movie was not originally supposed to be in 3D, however, after they saw all the money that Avatar made, they decided to delay the release by a month and retrofit 3D onto it, and it looks terrible. The 3D is just awful. It should never have been done. I don't know what they spent on it, but it looks like $1.25, and they should get their money back, because it is a terrible, terrible transfer to 3D. People's faces look like they're on flat sheets in front of their heads, and it's like their faces are in front of their actual physical heads. It throws off people's sight lines, so that two people standing next to each other speaking don't look like they're looking at each other, but they are. Things come into and out of 3D at bizarre times. It just is very distracting. It doesn't look good. Poor Sam Worthington. He's in 2 movies, one of which is the perfect example of what 3D can do, and the other example of what it shouldn't do. And it's very, very distracting, and was a horrid idea to put this movie in 3D after the fact. Now, as far as the film itself, it has a lot of action pieces with a whole lot of CG effects. It moves pretty well. There's some fantastic scenery as it was shot in various locations around the world. But, you know, it's not that much different than the original film, except they spent a whole lot more money on the special effects. There is a nice shout out to the original film. If you're familiar with the original Clash of the Titans, a mechanical owl was Perseus's assistant in that first film, and he makes a brief appearance early in this one as well. But I cannot recommend that you see the 3D version. I almost want to go back and see the 2D version to really see the movie. It is just a mess as far as the 3D goes. And my opinion of the 3D version of Clash of the Titans is it's not worth the extra money or your time. I'm giving it 2 guitars. Go to WIMZ.com to read my complete review, as well as to vote on the movie I'll see next time. And if you have a question, feel free to send it to StanTheMovieMan at att.net. Till next time, Stan the Movie Man, Later.